How you doing? Does anyone want to build a snowman? I didn't get the response I was hoping for. That's what temperatures are going to do from today to tomorrow. Playing around in my favorite game, that is Find That Cloud. Ever played Find That Cloud? Lou, have you ever played Find That Cloud? It's Find That Cloud. Trying to find a cloud. It's like, hey, found a cloud. Developing a tropical cyclone is kind of like making pasta. Crushed red pepper and everything. Okay, so the watch is in place. Check that off the list. Just say hurricanes wouldn't exist in the way they do today. Pretty sure hurricanes exist. Good news.
Yes.
So that keeps the window open for Dorian's turn north. The Grand Bahamas, 20 miles. For perspective, Duval County is 40 miles wide. That's half of that. That's like driving from Jack's Beach down Beach Boulevard. You know, it's just like hurricane season around. Just know to be prepared. Don't think about it, and then just know that, hey, there's going to be a couple storms around. When one pops up, okay, let's pay attention to the forecast. I'll have a macchiato, please. Is it okay? It's 4 ounces, right? Yeah. Can we make it one like a double? Here, he calls me an espresso pusher.
An espresso pusher.
Because I just walk around with cups of espresso and I give them to people. Hey, take them. You don't think there's more?
Oh, yeah. There we go. Cheers.
In the back. Salud.
Steve has made some espresso. You're going to share some of your espresso?
Yeah, have some.
Thank you very much.
Some espresso I've had this morning.
0. This explains why we're not getting full peak Steve.
What? Oh, that's a shot. I'm going to go right to the weather. I'm walking off screen.
Know.
It's cold this morning. I'm just getting right to weather. It's cold this morning. Upper 30s in our southeastern Georgia communities. You don't need me to tell you it is a cold one. You just got to walk outside to get slapped in the face. It's a beautiful night. Just get out and enjoy. We got the sweatshirts, the sweaters on to stay warm. This is probably the coldest spot in Jacksonville right now. All the snow flying around. Boom, he's got it. Up top, man. That's your high temperature and forecast from today. Wait, oh, hang on. I stand corrected. We found a cloud. See those little contrail here? Those are like little, basically ice crystals way up in the atmosphere. Got it. Hey, all day today, that's a really good defense by Team Cloud. Lowered visibility. There we go. Keith is laughing at me. So is Shelby laughing at me. Guys, everyone's laughing. Lana's laughing at me. Everyone's laughing at me. I'm used to it. A lot of people laughed at me in middle. But if you didn't know any better, this, I'll be honest, this kind of looks like Aliens. Right? It's Anthony, you literally just drew a sun with a smiley face on it. Yeah, this one is much better. Guys tell, Lou was in Forrest Gump. Get out of here. But he was. Ask him about it. How old were you? A youth of 8 years old?
Yeah, that's right. Steve Fundaro going to play us to commercial break as we get ready for Saturday.
Read us the grocery list that you found in your pocket, which is the most Italian thing ever.
Onion, garlic, tomatoes, meat, wine, parsley, Parmesan, basil, bread, espresso.
Embarrassing moment on TV.
I asked a Florida fan what she would do if she ever met Tim Tebow.
I would grope him.
What? 80.
You can pay more to have Samuel Jackson.
Does he look like a
To talk about your Halloween costume. Where are you?
Oh, it was Vito. That gif of the little baby. 80 degrees Sunday and then 50s on Monday. So like, oh yeah, whoa. Aliens do exist, by the way.
Okay.
Just listen to, what's his face? Weather, if I can get it right.
Do you want to admit this?
Transparency. Good. Or the trust. Yesterday, timing was way off. Today, there'll be a couple showers around. 1 or 2 that'll cool us off at the Jaguars game.
Or not.
Sunshine returns on Sunday. That's the best thing, and it's
sunshine.
That's good. That was good.
God, and Jeff Fallon on that hilarious.
Sweat. Tell you what, I'm sweating.
So you're taking one for the team, is what you're saying?
Yeah, but I got to hang out. I got to go to the fair with Jeff Fallon. That's always a good time.
Really?
He's a Florida fan. How's everyone doing? Do you know where I can find the cook and drink man?
And for that, we're going to need to do a little field work. Velocity, distance over time.
Hold that there. That is a lot shorter than I realized. Should we do 9 feet?
Are you going to try to catch it from that close?
I got Joe K's cutters with me, the gloves.
What's up, man? Woo!
Hungry to finally break through and show California what we're made of.
East Coast kids go to California. It's like the best trip ever. Chicks rip.
Maybe indications of rotation with this thunderstorm. We'll keep a close eye on it, but it's just another indication that there could potentially be that wind damage concern. This is all part of a large thunderstorm cluster that stretches all the way up to Palatka. Tornado watch in effect. Shelby alluded to it earlier. She mentioned it earlier, and this basically just means any of those thunderstorms that I just showed you earlier that pop up have the ability to see a quick little spin up and could spawn a brief tornado, which will just bring damaging wind with it as does any severe thunderstorm. Moments before our live shot, just because of how hot the temperatures are, I heard crackling behind me, and just how things are smoldering, a few flames started sparking up. So we're actually on a gentleman's property who let us come back here, where he has been kind of building his own little fire lines back here, clearing out brush and debris, just because of how quickly things can spark up. It'd be a bad idea if you wanted to hop on US 1. You could either hop on US 1 South and then get over at International Golf Parkway and really avoid most of the traffic, or you could take a...
Oh, we were just singing before. Your favorite Christmas song. You ready? 3, 2, 1. Do you want to build a snowman? You gonna sing with me? No? All right, well, we'll build a snowman later. This is the only snow we could find recently. We're gonna stand up a little bit. My knees are not too well. Let's pull up the hourly graphic for the rest of the night, because if you are headed out, thank you, Mackenzie. Thank you, Noah. You guys have been great friends. Help me out with the weather. They got their sweatshirts on. They got their sweaters on, because we need them for the rest of the night. I actually have 2 layers on, because I know it's going to get pretty chilly.
How to learn to roll with the punches and learn to change your forecast when new information comes in, which is hard for a stubborn Sicilian like myself. But one of the ways of doing so is just looking out the window. Look out the window to our south. Some showers down to our south. They'll be working. With uncertainty comes good news, also bad news. Look how warm the water is. Temperatures near 90 degrees for much of the Gulf of Mexico and the Caribbean. So a lot of uncertainty with this forecast. We'll take it one day at a time. My grandfather Tony always says, un giorno alla volta. One day at a time, and there are several updates each and every day. This guy right here, Grandpa Tony, you may see him a couple times in the Science with Steve segments. He turns 91 today. 91 years young. I think it's all a lot of red wine, good food, and a whole lot of love. So bon compleanno to Grandpa Tony. I always try and get him down here to Florida. Come on, live down here in Florida, because he always asks what the weather's going to be like. And I called him today and say, hey, it's going to be beautiful all weekend long. We're going to be into the 80s. Dry air is empty. I think of it like an empty Tupperware, right? You put an empty Tupperware in the freezer, it's going to get to that freezing mark, or it's going to get cold a lot faster than if it was full of some sauce that you just had made maybe on a Sunday afternoon. So that dry air, yeah, temperature's going to drop like a rock, all behind this front. But Mother Nature's a little bit moody, right? She's a little bit, I don't know, I guess agitated a little bit. This past week.
Are you calling me agitated?
Sometimes you get agitated, right? This past week we had a big area of high pressure in control. If you remember, we dodged a bullet with some severe weather, and high pressure is the dome of that dry air, right? And we had temperatures in the 80s Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Record highs were Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. That's some impressive stuff. So much so that this area of high pressure needs 2 fronts to break it down. We've already dealt with the first one. The first one moved through today. Now the second one arrives for us on Sunday, and it's eventually that second one which will break down this big all warmth we had and really allow the colder, dense winter air to sink in.
Educating us all, expanding our minds this morning. Hello, Steve.
Good morning, Keith and Lou. We made it to the weekend. It is Friday, and as we head into the weekend, some changes are on the way, just like a mullet changes from business in the front to party in the back. Remember this meme from last weekend? The weather just went from 90 to 55 like it saw a state trooper. Now it's because of the cold front. We're going to see a similar case today. Yesterday, not as much of a change, but yesterday, high temperatures, 84 degrees. Today, our temperature that we're going to feel for the majority of the day is going to be about 64 degrees. So we're seeing that change because of the front. Well, what is a front? It's just the boundary between 2 different air masses. It's the door or the window, so to speak. And when we see a front drop in, we just open up that door and we transition to some new weather. Cold front would be the cold air advancing. If the warm air would be advancing and the cold air is retreating, it would be a warm front. Then there's the stationary fronts, then there's the occluded fronts, there's all that stuff. How do we experience fronts? How do we experience opening up the door or the window? Weather. Weather's happening. It's happening right now. We got clouds, we got fog, we got rain, and we're going to have temperatures dropping into the 60s as we transition to that cool, crisp weekend ahead. Alrighty, today, November 30th, arguably one of my favorite days of the year because it is officially the end of hurricane season. It's the last day of hurricane season. And no doubt it's kept us busy, not only here in the Weather Center, but across the First Coast. So let's take a look back on this previous season and years past because it's a good way to show how our climate is changing.
In early October, a lingering long-period swell fills the coast. It's a swell that traveled over 2,000 miles across the Atlantic Ocean.
I mean, hurricane season is something we're waiting for. South side of this pier, it's been pretty good.
And for most of the morning, surfers enjoyed the energy from one of the Atlantic Ocean's most powerful hurricanes, Lorenzo.
There's a patch of fog as far as standing really close to the camera there. Just trying trying to get in the weather mode here. Some areas of patchy fog this morning. We had a low deck of clouds, which actually I think is helping stabilize the atmosphere just a bit this morning, but sun will come up and then we'll get that instability, which will allow some of the showers to work in with this breeze too. It's already picking up out of the south and the west. That breeze today is a sign the change is on the way. We're going to just get a different air mass to move in by Monday. It's all behind this line of showers. There's been a couple rumbles of thunder with this, but this has been weakening as it heads to the east. Really the best way to time out showers or thunderstorms is just looking out the window, right? We have all these fancy computer models and things like that. Sometimes the best way is just look out the window, right, and look at the radar and track it the old-fashioned way. I upped the timing just a little bit because of that old-fashioned way, looking out the window. So southeastern Georgia communities, they're the best chance to see any precipitation today. It's closer to 1, 2 o'clock. And then I up the timing downtown, maybe closer to 4 or 5 o'clock for a shower rumble of thunder. I still like the idea that the Jaguars game is dry, but a raindrop or two can work in just at the end of the fourth quarter. So keep that in mind. If you're headed out of the bank, there could be a shower or two around. And then my favorite part of this forecast, the blast of winter that comes. Old man winter is going to slap us in the face by the time we wake up Monday with wind chills and temperatures in the 50s.